This week's all episode of Star Wars Rebels was called Mystery of the Chopper Base, and after a whole season's worth of trying to find a new place for the Rebel fleet, well, they finally found it. A quiet, isolated desert planet which they hope to use as a staging point to fight the Empire. Only what should be a happy occasion for the crew of the Ghost ends up being marred by a lot of sadness and uncertainty. You'll remember at the beginning of Season 2, Kanan and the others weren't exactly sure what their place was in the greater Rebel hierarchy, or if their small cell should even join a bigger group. Hera was all for joining up, and as we've seen throughout the season, she's quickly rose through the ranks and gained more responsibility. Now that the Rebels have found themselves a more permanent home, we begin to get the feeling that perhaps now is the beginning of Kanan and Ezra going their own separate ways to pursue their own Jedi endeavors, mainly hunting down the Inquisitors before they can hunt them down first. This is some really mature, really heavy stuff, and the writers do a great job exploring this throughout the first part of the episode. My favorite bit has to be Zeb more or less throwing a one-man going-away party for Ezra wherein they watch the sunset and listen to space rock. Oh, but you just knew it couldn't be simple as all that. Despite its great location, this planet is far from perfect, mainly because it's infested with a bunch of horrible spiders. Scratch that, make that giant space spiders. Man, if arachnids weren't creepy enough, Rebels takes it to the next level. Ugh, God, look at these guys. They're pale, they've got a bunch of mouth things. Ugh. Rebels is no stranger to dipping its toe into the genre of horror, and this was definitely one of these episodes. Everything from the score to the very claustrophobic nature of the action scenes, it all screamed classic monster movie. Ezra even attempts to use the Force to reach out mentally to these creatures, only for it to blow back on him twice. Silly Ezra, didn't you know spiders are godless, heartless killing machines? In another clever piece of writing, when it comes time to split the team to cover more ground and save Rex, who was taken by the monsters, Rebels go with Rebels and Jedis go with Jedis. It's a very quick, very subtle bit, but one that makes you wonder, is the only reason the crew of the Ghost been so successful up until this point because they've all been working together, and will they be as effective apart? The big action climax of this episode is absolutely nuts. These spiders end up webbing the ship, so our heroes have to do everything in their power to try and escape. Only these spider creatures have such tough shells, even the lasers from their ships don't affect them at all. Standout moment for me in this episode by far has to be old man Rex drop kicking a frickin' spider in the face. And you know what? Once all the crazy monster shenanigans are done with, the focus is put right back on the human drama stuff, and it is palpable. It's really good. You know, never have I more felt like I've been watching my stories, like I've been watching a soap opera, than when Kanan and Hera, you know, tearfully have to say goodbye to each other. I mean, no joke, I may have been watching this finale going, "Tell her you love her, you fool. Why don't you kiss her? Why don't you just..." Ah, okay, a hug, that's fine. The Mystery of Chopper Base was one heck of a penultimate episode to this season, one that ties together a bunch of hanging plot threads, while also being one hell of a creature show at the same time. Certainly not an easy balancing act, but this episode of Rebels most certainly pulls it off, which is why I give this one a most positive 9 out of 10. Hey everyone, thanks so much for watching my newest video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you'll feel like checking out some more videos I have on offer here at Cape Joel.